Hello friends, in my last lecture we have seen unit operation in gravimetric analysis. In this lecture we will be seeing applications of gravimetric analysis. Now first application is estimation of sulfur in an organic compound. Now this estimation is done using Carius method. Now what is the principle behind it? First, the organic compound is weighed and then it is treated with fuming nitric acid in a Carius tube, and then it is cooled, and after cooling it all that sulfur has got converted into H2SO4. Now this is treated with barium chloride, excess barium chloride solution, so we get precipitate of barium sulfate. So now procedure, a known quantity of, you can say, organic compound containing sulfur is taken in a Carius tube, and which is in which HNO3 is added, fuming HNO3 is added, and this is then heated for 2 hours continuously. After that, all the sulfur has got converted into H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. Now after cooling it, it is treated with barium chloride, so that all the sulfate ions will be precipitated out as barium sulfate. Now we can do the calculation and we can find the amount of sulfur present in the organic compound. Say 1 BSO4 is equal to 1 sulfur, 1 mole BSO4 is equal to 1 mole sulfur. So we can say 233 gram BSO4 is equal to, say, first of all we will have to say, let W1 be mass of organic compound taken. And W2 be the mass of BSO4. So 233 will contain 32 gram sulfur. Now try to understand, if 233 contains 32, W2 gram of BSO4 will contain how much? So we can say W2 into 32 divided by 233. Say we get as W3. Now if we want to find the percentage of sulfur in the compound, it will be W3 by W1 into 100. That will give us the percentage of sulfur in the organic compound. In the similar manner, the second application is estimation of aluminium. Now see, aluminium being hygroscopic, first of all lead is necessary while drying it, and secondly it should be always cooled in desiccator, because Al2O3 we are going to convert. First of all, precipitation of Al as AlOH thrice is done, and then it is converted into Al2O3 alumina, which is hygroscopic, and hence lead is compulsory for the crucible, as well as we should always cool it in desiccator. Now see, as aluminium forms gelatinous precipitate of AlOH thrice, that is aluminium hydroxide, the pH control is must. Alright. Now what is done is fixed volume of Al solution is taken, acidified Al solution is taken, then it is heated for 2 minutes. After heating it, it is 2 grams of NH4Cl is added to it with constant stirring, and then with constant stirring 6 normal ammonia solution is added to it till the smell of ammonia persists, or we can say complete precipitation of AlOH thrice is done. Now then what is to be done is we have to digest it. Digest it for a small period of time, and then we have to filter it through a previously weighed silica crucible. Now after filtration we need to wash it, so we have to wash it with 1% ammonium nitrate solution so as to avoid peptization. Then after filtering it, it needs to be dried, so it is dried and then cooled in a desiccator. After drying it, it gets converted into Al2O3 and then it is weighed. Now say weight of crucible plus lid. W1 gram, weight of crucible plus lid plus Al2O3 is equal to W2. Weight of Al2O3 is equal to W2 minus W1, say W3. Now see, the weight of Al2O3 we got, but we need to find weight of aluminium. So say 1 Al2O3 is equal to 2 Al. So 1 mole of Al2O3 is equal to 2 mole of Al. So 102 gram Al2O3 is equal to 54 gram Al. So W3 grams of Al2O3 is equal to how many grams? So 54 into W3 divided by 102 will give us W4, which is the grams of aluminium. And then from the volume, how much was pipetted out? One can say this much percentage of aluminium is present in the given sample. Now in my next lecture, we will see the estimation of nickel in copper nickel alloy. Thank you.